everybody, on this week's Care in the Kitchen. We couldn't be more thrilled to welcome two very special guests to our studio. We're highlighting WineFest, a toast to children's health, happening this weekend in Minneapolis. So we have Nick Engelblum with the M Health Fairview, Masonic Children's Hospital, and Jesse Bon Jovi here to showcase some Hampton water.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, good morning.
We're so thrilled that you're here. So
Very
we have
excited.
to talk about WineFest first because it's such a wonderful event. It raises so much money for such a good cause. So tell folks, if they don't know, what it's about.
Yeah, so WineFest is in its 27th year, which is crazy. It actually started in the backyard of one of our faculty members 27 years ago. He needed to raise money for a piece of equipment and said, let's do a wine dinner with his closest friends. He raised the money, and here we are, have raised over $23 million for M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital. So
Yes.
an ode to what a doctor's dream can become and look at the legacy that is left. So it's a special, special weekend.
Yeah,
I feel like last year I was like there having so much fun. And then I the stories, the patients, tears.
I can't wait to see what it's all about. It's exploded over the years that it's existed. Are there any tickets available if anybody wants to attend?
Well, we're
anything this
officially
weekend?
sold out, but you can visit our website, winefest.umn.edu, and there are opportunities to connect with us. And if things free up, we'll get you right in. I mean, that's the goal. If things pop up, first on the list, you get in. So get on that wait list. But
Yes.
that's always special to know that we can sell out an event that we have going on for 2 days. There'll be 2,000 plus people coming through and supporting our cause, and that means a lot that this community is going to rally around such a special hospital.
What is the money essentially going towards?
Yeah, education, research, and care. And the biggest thing is research is huge. People don't realize that it costs a lot of money to do groundbreaking research. Research that sometimes could be the cure for cancer, the cure for sickle cell. Sickle cell is big right now, and we're on the cutting edge of something special here at the U of M. But a lot of these faculty, junior faculty we call them, that are on the verge of becoming these world-renowned scientists need seed funding, and sometimes
Right.
that's $10,000 that they can't find. WineFest funnels that money to them. They do research, submit their grants to the NIH, where you can get millions of dollars. We learned last night that we received over $150 million because of WineFest dollars and NIH funding with seed grants. That's the ROI that you're looking for.
That is huge.
Huge, yeah.
Game changer for sure.
Right here in our own backyard.
That's amazing.
Minnesota nice, no more. We got to talk about it, right?
That's right. Well, that's why I was like, I got my ticket, I got my babysitter lined up, it is happening. And I was telling my mom, I was like, I'm going to drink for the children.
Right.
I'm going to do
Drinking for a good cause. You can't beat
You
that.
can bet on auction items too. There's so much going on there. So, all right, we have to talk about your wine. You made it with you may know your dad, John Bon Jovi, famous dad, came up with a hit or two.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Couple hits. So, what made you guys get into winemaking?
Well, truthfully, I grew up going out to the Hamptons, right on the east end of Long Island, and the running joke was that people drank more rosé than they drank water. And so me and all my buddies called everything we were drinking Hampton water. My dad, like I said, has been a big rosé drinker. He would call it pink juice. And one night offered me a glass of pink juice. And I said, look, you're drinking with us. You're not drinking pink juice anymore. We're drinking Hampton water. And the light bulb went off and said, man, that's a fun name. Imagine if someone put it on a bottle. A year later, I came back with this and said, remember that late night conversation we had? Well, what do you think about this? And we've been off to the races ever since. We partnered with Gerard Bertrand, so it's all grown, bottled, produced in the south of France.
Wow.
Right now, it is the third largest selling French rosé in the United States, and we are the highest rated rosé in the world.
Wow.
First rosé ever to get 4 90-point ratings in a row from Wine Spectator. We've been on the top 100 list. The critical acclaim has been crazy.
Wow.
It's been a lot of fun.
That's amazing. Well, what goes into making a good bottle of rosé?
Well, our winemaker always says it's about 1,001 details, right? So, I mean, everything from a good-looking label, a cool-looking closure,
Does look
to
nice.
aging process. So our aging process is a little bit different than a lot of other Provence-style rosés that you'll see. This is aged 30 to 60 days in new French oak. We also add a fourth grape varietal. So traditionally, you'll see what's called a GSM, which is Grenache Cinsault Mourvedre. We add a fourth grape varietal in Syrah. So it's a little bit more peppery and all of those fun things that you look for. All I really care about is that you drink it cold and you drink it with good friends and you're having a good time.
So, how many samples did you and your dad have to go through? We saw some video footage of you
Just
guys
the
like
one.
sampling
Yeah.
so many different.
Just a sip, I'm sure.
Yeah. One sip 37,000 times over 14 straight years. No, so we actually went out to the vineyard with Gerard back in 2017, and I mean, we've been incredibly hands-on with this entire process. You know, a lot of people think celebrity wine brands, and they don't necessarily think the highest quality juice.
Right.
But we've been incredibly hands-on from day one, literally making the blend, and like you said in the video, literally eyedroppers and test tubes, getting exactly that blend just right. And it's amazing what you'll find as you do that, because again, I knew nothing about this category in making wine. You know, I thought you
Right.
mixed red and white together and you got pink. But,
Same.
you know, working with Gerard, figuring out, well, this is the kind of mouthfeel you want. These are the kind of, you know, flavor profiles. This is the color. All of those things really play a big hand in changing small little bits about it that make it the special wine that
I
it is
think we
today.
want to try it.
I
Is
do.
that cool? I think
yeah,
you
let's
should
do
show
it.
us how we should drink this Hampton water.
One
right?
cool thing, if you have a bottle at home that some people get confused by, this is called a Vinalock cork. So it doesn't screw off, but they pop right open. If you push it with your thumbs, they
that's
pop
fancy.
up. And the cool thing is that for those that don't finish a bottle, I don't know who those people are,
Yeah,
but you can
never
stick
met
it back in your fridge and it stays sealed and stays
Stays
fresh.
cold.
I was wondering where the cork popper was. I didn't see one.
No
but it just
need.
That's
pops
nice
off.
because
That's
sometimes
easy.
when you're at
Bite
like
it
a
with your
hotel
teeth.
and you have your wine,
you have to use a
you have to
Exactly.
call a knife, a shoe.
Yeah, anything you can get your
Thank
hands
you.
on. But no, these are they're easy, and like you said, when you're at the hotel and you want to pop open a quick bottle, this is a good
is
one to
great.
grab.
So on a summer night, you pop open a bottle of this. What are you pairing it with?
Well, I always say another glass, but
Smart man.
Ah, good
Yeah.
marketing.
truthfully, this pairs with anything. You know, rosé in general is so open to interpretation, right? I mean, we've made cocktails with this that are great. We've done different food pairings from spicy and Chinese food and Thai food and things like that because there's a pepperiness to this that really stands up to some great spice and will kind of cool it down a little bit for you. But the traditional things like seafood and shellfish are all kind of classic rosé
Right.
pairings. But really, this thing stands up well to just
All
about
right, give
anything.
it the sniff test.
Cheers,
the
everybody.
Cheers.
test.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to wine.
Yes,
Congrats to you
cheers.
guys.
Yeah.
Wine Fest for sure.
We call these patio pounders, these rosés. You just keep going and sit on your patio. And
Oh,
keep
that's
drinking.
good.
That's refreshing.
It's light,
Very
it's crisp,
good.
it's easy. And
I mean, I have there's so many wines, and I'm like, they're so good, but this one's top. Rosé all day.
I love it. You know, it's interesting hearing you talk about there is a correlation, and people are like wine and research. It works, right? Think about the droppers. Think about what they're doing in the vineyard, what they're getting their hands ready for to create a product that can be amazing for the consumer. Same concept. Our doctors are doing research to find something that will benefit our consumers. We all work together. We all win, right? And that's a correlation we can make.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a negative connotation that we're having wine and we're raising money for a children's hospital. We're all just trying to lift up this community, and we all have our ways to get there, right?
sure.
So-
And again, it's all about bringing people together. Right?
Yes.
You know, you get to
Right.
hang out and chat and get to know people.
Yes.
And what a better way to do it?
brought
than
us
around
together.
glass of
Look at
rosé.
this.
It
Wasn't
has.
bad.
It really has. So the Bon Jovi family's done a lot with charities too. I know your dad has this whole
Yeah,
food kitchen. He does
absolutely.
great work there. What
Absolutely.
brought you to Minnesota and Wine Fest and get to know us here?
Well, giving back is a real core tenet of our brand. So, I mean, back in the pandemic and when that was obviously trapping people at home, and obviously we work with a lot of restaurants all over the country, and so we were doing well because people were sitting at home and they were drinking more than they ever have. And so what we started to sort of realize was that all of these great restaurant partners that we worked with across the country, a lot of them were having a really hard time. So we partnered with World Central Kitchen. We donated a portion of every single bottle sold for that summer in 2020 back to World Central Kitchen. And at the time, they were working with restaurants to help feed people in need. And so that was obviously very close to our heart. And really, it opened the floodgates. And so we've worked with organizations like the Roots Fund. We've worked with It Gets Better Project. We've worked with Blue Ocean to help clean plastics out of the ocean. And really what we try to do is work with especially local charities that are making a difference in their community, because that's so important to us. And again, what a better way to do it than hanging out and
Yeah.
drinking, and you get to say that you're helping people. You know?
That's great. This is a beautiful wine. Thank you for sharing with us and with the world and with Wine Fest. And of course, if people can't go to Wine Fest and try it there, you have it other places too.
For sure, yeah. Well, I'm going to be bopping around town all day today, so I'm doing tastings at liquor stores for the next 2 days, and so check us out on social media at Hampton Water. But yeah, if you want to come to Wine Fest, I will be there as well. So come by and say hi.
Cheers. And oh, sorry. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, I just nothing to do with the Wine Fest. How's your dad doing? How's everything going with him?
He is good.
I felt like I had to ask.
He is very busy right now. He's
Okay.
been running around. So they just put out the documentary on Hulu, on Hulu, which is really cool. I got to watch it when it actually came out. I think he was a little nervous to show all the kids, but me and my
I was a rock star. I am a rock star, and this
Still
is my
is.
life.
Exactly. So we all sat down and watched the 4-part series, which was a lot of fun, and you get to see a little behind the curtain, which was a lot of like, did you really? And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Okay. But no, he's doing great. They're putting out an album next month.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it's the
wow.
18th studio album, which is pretty crazy. So
What a career.
yeah, he's been around for a long time.
And your parents are busy planning or helping your brother plan a wedding to
He's planning a wedding.
Millie Bobby Brown, right?
Yeah.
Busy summer?
They're getting married in the next couple months. I'm getting married in June. which I'm
Oh, you
very
are?
excited.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
That's amazing.
We need more Hampton
Okay.
Rosé. Let's do it.
Hampton
What
Water.
an excuse to drink. Let's
That's
go.
why, okay, so it's like a summer of weddings.
It's going to be a busy
Hampton
summer.
Water.
It's going to be a busy next couple of months. Yeah, we're excited.
Is your dad going to perform at your wedding?
Okay.
I had to ask.
Absolutely
And
not.
I'm assuming no other wine other than Hampton Water.
He'll
at
be
your wedding.
drinking plenty of this. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
it's gonna be quite the party. My fiance is a hell of an event planner, so she's got a couple days lined up that are gonna get pretty rowdy. I
love that.
We're
Well,
excited.
congratulations.
Yeah,
this is
thank you.
beautiful. Remind folks to WineFest, if they can't be there, if they can't participate this year, how can they get involved?
Winefest.umn.edu. You can go on the site. You could always learn to help volunteer, come on a tour. We'd love to host you. We're the oldest children's hospital in the state. We want to show you why it's such a beautiful space, and WineFest is just the igniter to do good. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you both for coming
Yes.
on.
Thank you.
Much
Cheers.
appreciation.
Yeah.
Cheers to
Cheers.
WineFest. Cheers
Yes.
to you. Congrats again. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again, more details will be posted at carol11.com.